watching me from the depths below, a haunted grave where shadows grow. Dead Pit is watching me with eyes so cold, they're watching me now.
Howdy folks, and welcome back. Very special holiday episode. It's episode 22 of Dead Pit is Watching. I'm the Creepy Kentuckian.
And I'm Uncle Bill. How's everyone doing out there?
I'm doing wonderful tonight, Uncle Bill. I'm in a festive mood. I've got my hat on. I've got my VHS holiday horror shirt from shop.deadpit.com. I'm ready to rock and roll, strut and stroll. What about at least for the next hour or so? Because, yeah, we got quite the collection of stuff to talk about, including a couple of patron requested reviews. We've been behind. We're trying to catch up. So we're going to get a couple of them. And we appreciate Dumile for all his patience. Because, yeah, we're trying to catch up, right?
He has to be pretty patient with us, considering all this shit, yeah.
Yeah. Lots of stuff to review. But we might as well go ahead and kick it off with one of his requests. Now, this is how ornery we are, folks. This was a request from September. What month is it now, Uncle Bill?
Yeah, kind of suck.
So sorry, Dumile, but man, I don't know. Like, Dumile's a big fan of French cinema, I've noticed, or he's a big fan of us reviewing French cinema.
Parlez-vous français? French frère? À beaucoup là-bas?
So, 1992's Man Bites Dog. And when he said the name of this, I was like, what in the fuck is that? Right. The name it doesn't really make much sense considering what the movie is. But yeah, what?
It's just a movie I've always heard about, though. People always bring it up. They always reference it. So I was kind of curious about it anyway. But it's not anything I've ever watched.
Yeah, 1992. The movie looks like it was shot in the 60s, honestly. It doesn't look like a movie from 1992.
Right.
Directed by Remy Belveau, Andre Bonsai. He must be Japanese.
Yeah.
And Benoit Paul Vualde, who is also the star that plays Benoit. That's his name. Or Benoit. Is it Benoit in French or is Benoit French?
I don't know. Benoit just sounds ridiculous, so I'm not going to use that.
But anyway, Benoit is a serial killer. Well, that's fitting. That's a fitting name. He's a serial killer and a thief. There's a film crew that's following him, essentially making snuff films. It's ridiculous, right? They're following around in the opening seconds of the movie. He's like strangling this lady and they're just filming it, right? And he screams into the ear of an elderly lady, causing her to have a heart attack and die.
Right.
I don't get French humor. I just don't. Like,
No.
Like this is supposed to be a dark comedy. I didn't get it at all. I didn't laugh at all in this. This is kind of disturbing. It's almost like a found footage sort of deal too. I mean, this is a documentary crew. It's their footage. You're following them around all the time. Technically, for the time frame, I mean, it is kind of innovative. This was 1992, so this was before a lot of those found footage documentary style movies. I mean, this is early precursor like Blair Witch Project, which was also in black and white, mostly at least.
Do you think what was that movie called? The Rise of Leslie Vernon or whatever? Yeah. Do you think that movie kind of like copied this idea or format or whatever?
I think so. Although that is a little bit more tongue in cheek, I think, than this movie was.
Yeah.
Like this movie, I think the character is like overtly like obnoxious, and I guess the French think some of it's like amusingly funny. But there's some crazy shit in this. Like, there's a scene where he's basically running down this underage kid in the woods after he murders both of the mom and dad or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, really? But yeah, I did not get the humor in this. This is labeled as a dark comedy or whatever, as well as a horror movie. This does have kind of a twist ending on it that you probably won't see coming. Now, there's a couple of filmmakers like, and this is the thing that's crazy about it too, is like they'll just be sitting around eating lunch or something like that, and this Benoit guy will just out of the blue kill one of those guys and just continue eating or whatever. Like, that's the kind of weird
Yeah.
shit that, you know, and a lot of dialogue in this too. And these movies, and we've talked about this before, so it's almost like a broken record, but very, very hard for me to, with these subtitled movies. I mean, they have to be extremely captivating before I can totally get into it. And this, I mean, I understand that it was a big, you know, when it comes to the shot on video stuff, I mean, it was ahead of its time in a lot of ways, but it's one of those movies that I'll probably never watch again.
No, I did read a bunch of articles and stuff about this movie as well, and like I think the best description of what this is was somebody had said it's like if Christopher Guest directed Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. So in other words, like if the guy that did all those kind of mockumentary, like Best of Show and things like that, did like a serial killer kind of movie, that would be what this is. And it also, like, some of the scenes also reminded me of that freaking movie. What was the movie that, with Matt Dillon?
Oh, yeah.
The fucking crazy one that we watched that time.
I can't remember the name of it now for some reason. But
It has a really weird name. Yeah.
Hell, we'll have to look it up now.
Yeah. But anyway, like The House or something. The house
that Jack built. That's what it is.
Yeah. That really took me back there to that movie.
Yeah, it's similar to that, but I think that one is like, I'll never watch that one again either. And Dumile, I don't know if it was Dumile or Carter that requested that back in the day, but that was like a Patron request too. That's another movie I'll never watch again. But I like that movie a lot more than this. I mean, I've had my fill when it comes to French movies. I just need a break from them.
There's too many of these French films, and I can't get into it. I'm from Eastern Kentucky. We don't relate.
No. What did you think about it being in black and white, though? I guess that was more of a not an artistic choice as much as they probably didn't have any money.
It was like a high contrast black and white too.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I thought it was much older of a movie. I mean, it looks like it's at least from the late 70s, early 80s. But no, it was 92. And if they didn't have much of a budget, I guess they made that work for what it was. I mean, that did kind of feel like a documentary film in a way. But, I mean, this is just like, I can understand why it has a following for sure. There's some crazy shit in it for the time frame. It was very, very innovative, but it's just, I wasn't a big fan of it.
Well, I mean, if you like dark, brooding mockumentaries, then you're going to love this movie with serial killer shit in it.
Yeah. And if you're a fan of blood anal.
Yeah. And smothering kids with pillows. Who ain't though, really? Oh,
yeah. Running them down in the woods. But that is Dumile's request for September, man. I apologize for the delay, But you know how it goes. Sometimes we're just ornery. And to be fair, we have had a ton of stuff to review for these studios as well. So,
Yeah, we do appreciate you, Dumile, and we're trying to get to all the stuff as quickly as we can, but we kind of suck, and we're fat, stupid hillbillies that don't.
Dumbos.
Dumbos, yeah.
So what do you got,
That's
Uncle
fun.
Bill?
That's on us. Let's do one of the greatest modern remakes of our time first. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
This is the imprint version of the classic remake, the 1978 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And this is a
Look at that.
lenticular cover that you can see.
The lenticular
Look at
of it. Look at that.
Look
That's
at that.
amazing.
I love the way they do these sets, though, man. Like,
Yeah, I am a big fan of those lenticular imprint editions. It's imprint 496, looks like.
yep, this is a 4K and a Blu-ray. And I'll just talk about the packaging and stuff first, because they always do the same kind of thing with the movie packaged in with like a book and these art cards. So you've got your collectible book here. Look at that.
Oh,
Look
that's
at
very
it.
nice. Very nice.
Very good indeed. Which actually is more of like a
Picture book.
picture book than it is
That's
anything.
the kind I like. I don't like the ones you have to read.
I knew you were going to say that for some reason. But yeah, look here. There's Jeff Goldblum.
Hell yeah.
He's like, oh my God, I'm going to be in the fly soon. Look at me. So, you got
Yeah, this
that.
was the late 70s, so this was had to be one of the early Goldblum movies.
Yeah, I think he had probably. This might have been one of the first ones too. I don't know when Death Wish came out, but it was around the same time, wasn't it? Maybe a little earlier.
Yeah, but he was basically an extra in that or something, wasn't
Yeah, I'm just saying, like in terms of when he started doing film. Here's you some art cards, though.
he? Yeah, it looks like those are like lobby card reproductions, kind of.
Yeah.
That's classy, baby. That's a touch of class.
Look at that. They're real glossy too. If you like glossy, look at there.
That's where it's at, man. Glossy goodness.
So yeah, you got that in a little Oscar Academy Award like envelope you can put it in.
Nice.
Put that in there.
They're the only ones now. They're the only ones that I know of that do envelopes for their art cards.
Yeah. And then you got the actual 4K and Blu-ray right here. Well, look at that. So, all right, talking about the movie, and I've watched this movie now, I don't know how many times, because I had never really paid attention to it up until a couple of years ago, and then watched it for some reason. I can't remember if it was something for the show or something we were doing, or Friday Night Lives or something, but when I watched it again that time, I kind of realized, like, this is one of the modern day kind of remake classics, because it's, number one, got an amazing cast that you don't really ever see, like these people together, and they're all separately like Oscar kind of worthy actors and actresses. So you got Donald Sutherland, Jeff Goldblum, Veronica Cartwright, Leonard Nimoy, and like one of the only things I can think that he like had like a co-starring movie role in that was actually notable.
Wasn't Star Trek.
Yeah, and Brooke Adams. Yeah.
She did a few other things, but not a lot.
Yeah.
And this, like the 50s version, I mean, this one completely changes up, because the 50s version is like pretty much almost like tongue in cheek, like cheesy.
Well,
at least
yeah,
today it comes off that way.
I think back then it's probably supposed to be serious, but it didn't really have that effect, wouldn't have that effect now, I'm sure. In this one, you've got Donald Sutherland as like a food inspector, and he's just kind of going around doing his job, and he runs into these different people throughout the film. Brooke Adams being one of them. Veronica Cartwright owns this spa that a bunch of different people go to. So it's kind of like just a setup for like getting in all these people's lives, so you can see this event unfolding. And the event unfolding is, and the way they do it is so well done and well paced, that as these different characters are going around like about their daily lives, like they're talking to these people that they meet. Like Don Sutherland meets a guy at a dry cleaner, and he's like, "My wife has been acting different," and like he gets him off to the side, and he's like, "That's not my wife," or whatever. And like this keeps happening, and these different people are like, you know, talking about their spouses and friends and stuff, like not acting right, not behaving like they normally do. And that all comes to a head when Veronica Cartwright finds like what looks to be, I don't know what you would call it, like a shell of a person that's not been completely formed yet in her spa. And you begin to realize that these creatures are taking over people and making like reproductions of them, basically. And in this movie,
Xerox copies.
And in this movie, it's pod people that are like made via plants. So almost every other movie is always something like, you know, aliens come down or people are beamed up or they're like in the thing or something like that where something touches you. But in this one, it's directly related to these, like, I guess, UFO.
That was like the one from the 50s, too. They had like a fucking greenhouse. They have a greenhouse.
Yeah.
And then those little pods come from the, like fucking watermelons, but it's creatures.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I guess the thing that really makes this film work more so than anything else is the performances, especially the performance Donald Sutherland gives. And I thought Veronica Cartwright was great in this movie too. But they sell like the paranoia and the dread and the feeling like as the movie goes along, you don't know like who's who or who to trust or anything like that. There's just so much weird shit in this film. So Leonard Nimoy is another part of it too that's interesting because he's got like a side role in it, but he plays a psychologist that's basically trying to convince everybody that this shit's not going on for real, that they're just having not necessarily a psychotic break, but like they want to believe that these people are different because of like different things that have happened in their childhood, but they're not really different. And so I think it's kind of like a criticism of pop psychology and stuff at that time too. That's what it appeared to be from his role in it anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a classic movie, and the ending is so good.
Well, this is a remake too. Like, this has got to be one of the very early remakes because you're thinking, well, this was still in the 70s, so this was way before like a horror remake boom or anything. This is even before John Carpenter's The Thing. So you had some filmmakers making horror movies from the 50s in the 70s here. So I mean, it's kind of interesting, but ultimately, like most horror fans prefer this version over the 50s, and they've had versions since as well. They had just simply Body Snatchers, I think, was another one from the 90s. Snatchers. They had the
Snatchers.
Body Snatchers in the 90s.
Snatchers.
The remake now will be just called Snatchers. Right.
Yeah.
But Imprint Films, this was one of their October releases. We got it a little bit later. But dude, like Imprint again, Australia, in the UK, all those surrounding countries, they take physical media seriously still over there, and I love it. They do a great job with these releases. And there's another one that I have that was from their October batch. They had so many. And I was not super familiar with this movie either. I had heard people talk about it. I'm not big on Hammer horror films. Like that's one studio that I'm not, I just don't know a whole lot about them. But this is one of their more well-known movies, and Imprint Films did this deluxe box set edition, and this is nice, man. Like if you're a fan of this movie, this is the nicest version of this that's ever come out. And I think it's the debut in 4K of Twins of Evil. And we'll go
Twins
ahead.
of evil,
Evil! They're magical, mystical twins. But look at that, man. Look at how... And they're the only ones I think do the... Like, I don't know where this comes from, but the top... And I think this is the worldwide 4K debut of Twins of Evil. And it comes with a Blu-ray and a 4K. There. Including a couple of different documentaries. And Imprint also does this. This is almost like a little children's book.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like a little golden book. And I believe this is like a mini version of like press kits and posters and all that cool stuff, publicity stuff. It's really, really cool shit. Lots of photos, which I'm a fan of, especially when you see the twins in this movie. But let's see if there's a good photo of the twins. There should be. Oh, right there's one of them. Oh, baby.
Oh.
But yeah, this is a very early movie. This is from 1971, directed by John Hogue. Hogue! Who I think did quite a few Hammer films in the glory years of the early 70s. And this is set in the 1800s. There's orphan twin sisters, Maria and Frida, who, like we said, they were just recently orphaned, and they are going to move in with their uncle Gustav, played by Peter Cushing, who leads this vigilante group of witch hunters. This is around the time period where they're just, if there's anything in question, you witch, and they just take them and burn them at the gallows or at the stake or
God
whatever.
damn it. I miss those days. Burn him up.
Both of these girls are freaking gorgeous, man. Holy shit. Right. And Frida, she's more of the rebellious of the two. She goes to meet her uncle's arch nemesis and local Satanist, Count Karnstein. Count Karnstein.
Count Carney.
Count Carrie. And this is the third movie in the Count Karnstein trilogy of Hammer movies. Vampire Lovers and Lust for a Vampire were the previous two. So this concludes the Count Karnstein trilogy here. But Count Karnstein in this movie, not only is he a Satanist, but he recently became infected as a fucking blood-sucking vampire.
Vampires.
He quickly turns Frida as well. He bites her neck. They get a little bit of romance. He was wanting to get his turtle muddy. Can't say I blame him. Frida was... There's a lot of Satanism and vampirism running wild, and it's up to Uncle Gustav and his clan known as the Brotherhood. And we're not talking about the movie Stone Cold with Lance Hendrickson and Brian Bosworth. This is a different sort of brotherhood.
Right.
The witch hunters, they're trying to save the village from damnation and
Yeah.
all that good
William
stuff.
Forsythe is not shooting a beer off your shoulder with an Uzi.
Right. There's some pretty good like effects in this too. Some decapitations in this. It's a pretty fun movie, man. It's not a very long film. It's like 88 minutes, something like that.
That's another one I don't think I've ever seen either.
Synapse did the Blu-ray, I believe. I may have the Blu-ray. I'm not really for certain. But, dude, like, this is a fucking killer movie, actually. And I'm glad that I watched it. And The girls in it are gorgeous. The movie itself looks fantastic in 4K. That's one thing that I definitely wanted to point out. There's a bunch of special features in this too. 2 discs. You have some interviews with film crit. Well, you got 2 different audio commentaries with film critics Kim Newman and Stephen Jones, and film historian Jonathan Rigby and Kevin Lyons. But a Bloodlines Inside Twins of Evil documentary, isolated music and effects audio score. Disc 2 is loaded up with features. Now, you got versions of the movie on both Blu-ray and the 4K. The commentary from the previous disc. You've got a feature-length director's cut documentary that was made in 2021. Flesh and Fury exposing the Twins of Evil. Video essays, featurettes, tons of interviews, Super 8 version of the movie, deleted scenes. It's just absolutely full of shit. And it's a beautiful set. Again, I will showcase it for you guys to check out. This one's number 52, so I don't know how the hell they number these just out of order.
You got a low number, buddy.
No, that's the spine number.
Oh, okay. I thought it was actually like hand numbers.
No, I don't think these are limited. There's not a limited number on it. Maybe they are limited. I don't know. But hey, if you're a fan of this movie and like you're into this sort of thing, these box sets, like I'm sure maybe somebody in the US will release this in 4K, but man, this transfer is fantastic. And this edition's beautiful, beautiful set. So if you're a fan of this one, you will definitely want to pick it up. If you've never seen it, I definitely highly recommend at least checking it out before you purchase it. But it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Now, get it right now.
Twins of Evil, evil, the magical mystical twins.
So let's keep on the imprint train real quick with one of the most classic horror films of all time. One that has been copied and tried to be redone and remade and sequeled and everything in the world, but nothing really lives up to this movie, which is the first Stephen King movie, 1976's Carrie, also from Imprint. And check this lenticular cover out. So,
Oh my God.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. She's mad. She's
No.
angry. She's fucking drenched in blood.
I already have Carrie in 4K.
Yeah.
I had the Scream Factory version. However,
You need to.
that is where it's at right there, that cover. Like I saw that.
Yeah, it's good.
And I think like people in the store, if Imprint was to get some sort of distribution deal in the US somehow, horror fans would not be able to say no to just that cover in store.
Mhm.
Just can't do
So,
it.
yeah, let's real quick take a look at, because everybody knows Carrie. Let's be honest. Like, everybody knows the movie. So, you've got inside the movie. I'm trying to get this out of here real quick. Oh, shit.
And this is Imprint number. What's the number on this one? Because it's all about the spine. And how you
That's true.
number it.
494.
Wow. Okay. So that's 494. So I wonder if they have different style boxes and they're numbered
Probably.
for different styles or something. I have no idea.
So you've got your lobby card, Art Carney.
Art Kearney cards. And these again are the lobby card reproductions look like.
Yeah, got that one. You got Piper Laurie there hiding around.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Sissy Spacek. Oh, look at that. Amy Irvin. Ooh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
Let's pray. Pray, damn you.
Let's pray, Carrie. Your pussy's bleeding. Let's get Jesus to dry it up.
So Here's the actual movie.
Oh, wow. I like that too.
Yeah.
Now, that, if I'm not mistaken, hold that back up again.
Yeah.
That photo, I believe Criterion used on a laser disc back in the day. It's the same photo. So that's pretty cool.
So I watched it again just to be, you know,
Professional about it.
professional, even though I've seen it like 400 times. And I can go ahead and tell you without a shadow of a doubt that the 4K in this is outstanding, as is Invasion of the Body Snatchers outstanding. Like the picture quality, HDR, the color is outstanding. The movie itself, go ahead.
Yeah, the movie, because I watched this not too long ago too, because around Halloween time, I was like, it's been a while since I've seen Carrie. How do you think this ranks with Stephen King adaptations and Brian De Palma movies?
Oh Jesus, both of
Because
those
I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off.
both of those are great questions. Okay, so for Stephen King adaptations, it's in my top 5. It's got to be. And then for Brian De Palma movies, it would be in my top 3, but I think it would probably be third to me. Behind.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say behind Blowout and Dress to Kill.
Brian De Palma is one of those filmmakers that I don't know if he, and people may not agree with this, he doesn't really have a distinct style. Like a lot of his.
I think he does. I mean,
I just think he's like a little bit everywhere. But like as far as the movies that to me are bona fide classics, I think Carrie is like probably the only one that he's got that would be classic.
I mean, if you ask most people, they would say Scarface.
Scarface is fine, but I think it's fucking overrated at this point. All those gangster rappers fucking playing with their birds over for like 20 years. I mean, it's fine.
Most people would say that was like, you know, one of his like, is probably his most notable film, I would say.
Did you mention Sisters in the top 3 before?
No. I mean, I like Sisters, but it wouldn't.
What was the Blowout and what was the other one?
Blowout, Dress to Kill, and Carrie would be my top 3 probably.
Yeah, I would need to watch Dress to Kill again. It's been a long, long time, but
Dress to Kill is amazing.
I think Carrie overall as just a movie that it's a classic for sure. And it's really the only horror movie that De Palma really did, right? Did he do any?
I mean, straight up horror films. I'm trying to think.
I don't think
nothing I can think of.
Seems like he may have. Did he do like what was that movie he did in the 90s? It was kind of like a horror movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But like, hold on,
I get his shit confused. But
now the stuff he did that I really like is more like what you call like, I don't know, Hitchcock style thrillers or something, murder mysteries, or they're more than they are horror films. So let's see. Okay, you got to keep in mind, like here's his filmography too. He did The Untouchables. He did Mission Impossible. He did Hi Mom. You remember that De Niro movie?
Hi Mom.
Let's see. Blowout, Scarface. God, this guy he had an amazing career when he was active. The Fury. Body Double.
I may be confusing him with somebody else. I thought he did something that was kind of horror in the 90s, but maybe
Raising Cain. He did Raising Cain.
Yeah, that was it. With John Lithgow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He also did Carlito's Way, which I didn't know.
Carlito's Way.
It's a good movie too. But I mean, I don't know how you talk about Carrie anymore, man. Like, I mean, everybody knows the fucking story.
Yeah.
Like
it's classic. It sticks very closely to the novel, I think, which Stephen King always appreciates. He don't like anything straying too far away.
No.
Piper Laurie's one of the really, I don't know if she's a hidden gem in this movie or what the word would be, but yeah, she's very important to this movie. I think she does a fantastic job. And Sissy Spacek, of course, Like I couldn't picture anybody else playing that character, right? But
No.
this was always one of my favorite movies, man. I always loved everything about this movie, and Imprint. It looks like that edition is like the pretty much the ultimate edition to own in physical media.
I think so, based on like the packaging and everything too, and the movie itself. You're not going to find a better version of it, really. The fun thing about this too, so you had like all these great supporting actors and actresses. You had freaking, John Travolta's in there, Nancy Allen's in there, PJ Souls, um, God, William Catt. Like, there's so many like good supporting players in this movie.
What I thought was interesting too, though, like, and really looking at it now, like it's the only fault really with this movie is Carrie White when she's at the prom. She is the best looking girl at the whole prom. Like when she's dressed up and has the gown on and everything. So it's a little bit unbelievable that like she would be the girl that was picked on in high school. Now,
Well, they do a pretty good job of making her like super homely, like
right
throughout
in
the film.
in the beginning they do.
Yeah.
But then like all that shit that happens towards the end and you see everybody watching her being crowned like prom queen or whatever, and you're looking at her and I'm like, well hell, she looks better than all those girls that are fucking making fun of her. Right?
Yeah.
So that is
thing
one
about-
observation last time I watched it.
The thing about this movie too is there's so many cool parts of it though. Like, it's really the start of De Palma, like using a lot of like interesting camera tricks. Like there's a scene where they're in the class and William Catt's like, you see, like he used this particular trick all the time, and I forget what it's called, but like somebody's in the foreground and then you can see like everything behind them, but it's slightly out of focus and that person is in focus. So you can see Carrie behind him and her reactions to stuff, but he's like in focus while the teacher's making fun of him and all that.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
some
you
sort
got-
of technical thing.
Yeah, then you've got
camera.
the thing where like she's driving they're driving the car towards her, getting ready to kill her, and then like the camera does that really quick, like close up and like staggered kind of close up that shows
It's
her
a-
face.
It's a lens trick of some sort.
Yeah, I don't know. what the hell it is.
Carpenter did stuff like that too, I think.
But I found like going back and watching it, that movie just never gets old. It never ever gets old. Like it's kind of like a perfect horror film. And Sissy Spacek's the main reason, like really. I mean, Piper Laurie is fucking outstanding. Probably should have won an Oscar for that. Did she win an Oscar for that?
I think she was nominated, but I don't think she won.
She should have if she
Could be.
didn't.
Could be
But-
mistaken.
But Sissy Spacek, yeah, holds that whole film together, really.
It's a classic movie, man. And yet, like you were saying, it doesn't get old. I've bought this on, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, gladly add it to my 4K collection. But man, if people out there are looking for the ultimate edition of all of their favorite movies, I gotta say this edition from Imprint is not one that can be beat. I love the artwork on it, the lenticular cover, how it takes I think these are both images from the original one-sheet poster, and have kind of changes that and makes it something new, which I really love. Not a lot of people are creative like that in the physical media game anymore.
Yeah. So let's talk about the special features because I watched all those too. I should have talked about that about Invasion, but I didn't even think about
You're a
it. But yeah.
piece of trash.
I suck in lights. But the special features are Acting Carrie, which is a documentary about the actors in it, and that's really, really amazing because they get almost everybody to talk about it too. You learn a lot of cool stuff there. Visualizing Carrie from Words to Images documentary. Carrie the musical featurette. They made a musical of Carrie. I didn't know that.
I bet
And
that'd be
then
good.
image galleries too. And there's the 4K and the Blu-ray special editions on here. Look at that. Look at it. I want you to look at it. Cause it's killer. Yeah.
Nice. That's lovely, man. And hold up that lenticular again. That really, like, there's some editions where you just like want to grab it when you see it in the call, and that's one of them. That's just
Oh.
really, really cool.
Oh,
So yeah, that one is out now. That's one of the better the imprint releases in the last little bit, I think, overall. And Carrie is a fucking classic for
both
sure.
of those to me are must buys. If you're like a horror fan, even if you already own them, you need to buy those particular versions of Invasion of the Body Snatchers and Carrie.
Sweet.
Must buys.
So the next one, and we're talking about Dumile. So we're going to dive right in to his October request. And this would have been really cool to review in October. And a lot of people that own this movie, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Radiance Films did like a Blu-ray of this. But a lot of people just leave it on the background of like a Halloween party. It's just really like there's creepy visuals throughout this. And it is a movie, it's a silent movie from 1922. Criterion released it back in the day. That's really what got people kind of talking about it. I mean, it's a fucking movie from 1922. How else is people going to find this shit, right? Häxan, I think it's simply Häxan, and it's also known as Witchcraft Through the Ages, which is the U.S. Name for the movie. And this one is a Swedish and Danish film by Benjamin Christensen that was made in the early part of the 1900s. 1919 through 1921 is when it was filmed. And I guess like these productions back then, because it was the infancy of movies, they just took years to make. Like, I don't know I would totally be interested in like a documentary on how movies were made from this period and what the process was like. But essentially what this is, it's almost like a PowerPoint presentation on witchcraft and like Satanism, and the movie is in different chapters and everything. Some of it's like live action, some of it is like photos, some of it's fucking like stop animation. The way that this is made is totally unique. I don't think there's any other movie that really looks like this. As part of the production, it almost looks like they have puppetry going on. There's superimposed witches flying in the air. There is so much crazy shit that's shown visually in this. I can totally understand how it got its following, because there's really, nothing else that looks like this. Bizarre imagery throughout. It is like the version of the movie that I was watching was like 90 minutes or something, which I would imagine is a very long movie for back then. And I'm curious, how would you even get to see movies back then? I guess they had certain cities had movie theaters, maybe.
I don't know, man. Like at that time period, didn't they did they have theater? Did they have those little penny machines, or like I don't know how you saw them.
Yeah, you couldn't on that, because this is like a 90-minute movie, feature-length movie back in that time frame. But yeah, like I was saying, the movie's broken up into different chapters. Witches, witchcraft, Satanism. I'm guessing it was crazy taboo stuff for the time frame too. I mean, maybe it was a little bit more accepted in like Europe or something. I don't know. But the movie wasn't released in the United States until the 60s under that name, Witchcraft Through the Ages. And it does have some English narration. Otherwise, it's a silent film. The original version of the movie is in Swedish, Dutch, whatever the fucking language is, and it's translated over. But yeah, I think the real star of the movie is just the way that it looks. It's sepia tone. There's a couple of shots in it that's almost like a blue sepia tone. I thought it had some creepy shit in it.
It looks like a painting the way that it's done. So I'm wondering, like, more like as a work of art, more so than like a movie, maybe. at that time period, I think that's probably what they were doing, was like trying to take primitive kind of like paintings and turn them into moving pictures, so to speak. So everything comes across as like a real surreal fantasy style, kind of like conceptual painting that way.
Yeah, and it's almost like as you're reading through it, I mean, you read it, it's a silent movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a documentary, kind
Yep.
of like it's telling you about the history of witches,
Demons and witches
uh,
and yeah.
yeah, and they have like reenactments. There's some live action stuff. Just like some of the wildest shots. That is truly like something from a nightmare. Like it's a nightmare come to life, you know. Like there's one scene, I don't even know how you would describe it, where I guess it's demons in hell and
Yeah.
they're like puppeteering shit. And I'm like, this is the crazy.
Mm.
Like, could you imagine? Like, this was in the early 1900s. It's just so weird. Like, this movie is so. Like, I understand, like, the people going crazy over it. Now, honestly, though, for me, I'm not going to sit back and just watch a movie like this and enjoy it. Now, I understand it's creepy. It's got some insane visuals in it. But, like, I don't. Is there any silent movies that you get the hankering to watch, Uncle Bill? I think it's just a little bit far.
Not really.
Yeah, a little bit too ahead of the, like even Nosferatu and stuff like that, which also has creepy, it's around the same time period, very creepy visuals and everything, but I just don't, it's just the gap there, the time gap there in silent films. And when I see a silent movie, I always go back to, what was the shit they always showed in high school? Buster Keaton or something like that.
Yeah.
The Fireman, or what was the name of it? I don't even know. Every year
Oh,
we had to watch it.
The actual movie.
Yeah, wasn't it called like The Fireman or something like that?
They always show. They always show like silent movies like that, like it's some sort of art house masterpiece or something all the time.
But you know, this one visually, I will say, like, there's nothing else really that looks like this, even to this day. It is insanely creepy, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Rob Zombie used a lot of this for music videos and stuff too. I think that may be the
That
first time that I saw it.
absolutely, yeah, it seems like something Rob Zombie would do.
Yeah. But yeah, that one, Häxan, Witchcraft Through the Ages from 1922. We don't review a lot of silent films, but I hope that this sufficed, Dumile, brother.
Interesting choices as always from him.
Yeah, so now we only have November and December, and I don't even know what his December request is yet. So there you go.
So Ice and Lionel.
We'll be calling it. I think for November it was Blackberry was the name of it from 2021. About, I think it's 2021, which is about the BlackBerry phone, the craze in like the mid 90s. Like
Really?
Yeah, so I am kind of interested in seeing that because
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah.
the iPhone absolutely like stomped its ass day one.
Yeah.
When the iPhone came out, okay, nobody heard of a BlackBerry since.
No, that's true. But they were really popular for a while there. So
And
you want me to do the? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say,
do
and
the
our
last
buddy,
one.
our buddy Bronson requested a very interesting one that I never thought we would be requested. Is the Haunted Mansion from 2003? I think it's 2003.
Now listen, I really am looking forward to watching this though, because I've never seen it. Number one, but
I've
number
never seen
two,
it either.
like that's just not something that I would ever fucking watch on my own. So I want to see like what it's
And it's
like.
not anything that you would ever think that we would have ever reviewed.
No,
Like it's just, I don't know. But
so
anyway,
it's bound to be killer.
what else you got, playa?
I've got an amazing package, hard book
Is it
film
hard?
here. It's hard and
We got a
rigid.
knock on it in shows.
So from Radiance Films, I've got Daughters of Darkness, directed by Harry Kumel.
It's the Daughters of Darkness.
I love the way they do their packaging, though. It's outstanding in terms of like the little, I don't know what the hell you call that kind of card, but
It's an OBI strip. That's what they call it in Japan. I don't know.
no, really. And then
You got the satin box there, and you got the booklet and the death.
it's satin, buddy. Not, you need to make sure that we always say it's satin.
Satin. Satin.
Satin finish. So you got your book, which I'm gonna make sure I'm.
How many
Yeah,
pages
this is an actual. This is an actual like fucking novel. It's about 70, 80 pages. Dissertations about Daughters of Darkness. And then you've got the actual, look at this though. Now that's novel. I mean,
That
you
is
don't see
cool.
that. That's the actual like outer disc.
What's interesting too is like, and I thought, because I didn't know if there was another movie named this, so Blue Underground did a previous release of this. So this is an updated version of, and this is a 4K too, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
4K. Is there a Blu-ray too? Hold on. 4K is in the front. And then Blu-ray feature and special features in the back.
Blu-ray deal.
So I didn't watch the Blu-ray. I just watched the 4K. But Jesus Christ, man! Like, first of all, Radiance Films is right up there with like Second Sight and Synapse and other companies in terms of their transfers. Arrow, their transfers are crazy, like crazy good. And this is a movie that kind of lends itself very, very well to a transfer like that because it's like a erotic, gothic mystery,
Lesbian
kind of
vampire ism. Say that?
Well, I mean,
That's the subgenre.
I mean,
Yeah, the lesbian vampire movie, baby.
it does stand out though in terms of like films like this because of the cinematography, the lighting, the production. Everything is visually is stunning, and like that transcends really well or transfers really well into 4K. So it's a beautiful film. It's got a great like gothic atmosphere to it. The problem is that if there is a problem with it, it's very slow. The film is very slow. The pacing is slow. There's a lot of like erotic seduction kind of elements to it, but the story itself centers around like a married couple that stop off at a hotel on their honeymoon, and they meet Countess Elizabeth Bathory, and her companion Ilana, and as
That's what I think of.
as the film goes on, the Countess takes a liking to one of the females. She's like,
Like, oh, hell yeah.
yeah. And then
Sorry, I'll quit.
oh, it's fine. It's actually making it more entertaining. Just a series of strange deaths and stuff start to take place around this castle mansion kind of thing. And you come to find out, of course, that, one of them's a vampire.
A goddamn bloodsucker.
So I guess it's more so less about the story in this film and more about the actual visuals and style and production quality of the film, which is amazing for this time period of like 71. And also is amazing for the job that Radiance Films did in restoring it too, for the love of God.
Yeah. They do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Harry Kumel, who the director is, and this is his most famous movie, right? And they did
Has to
another one of his movies that we took a look at on the last show called Malaparaduis. Right, so the guy's a crazy talented visual filmmaker, man. Like the visuals in his movies are second to none.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, very glamorous, like soft lens style kind of erotica stuff. So yeah, it reminds you of the Hammer films, but like more, I don't know, more technically adept, I think, than those
Now,
films.
just out of curiosity, how many different cuts of the movie do they have?
On this version,
Yeah.
let's see. We got. Dear Lord, where is the friggin'?
Because I heard that the best version of this movie is the U.S. cut. That is, the alternate title is Bloodsucker Carpet Muncher. God damn it, we have to leave that in. I don't know how we can. Oh, shit.
I thought you were being serious for a minute. I was like looking for it. The U.S. version.
Bloodsucker Carpet Muncher, baby.
Holy shit. Oh, God. On a serious note, if we could for a second here.
Sure. Can we call them carpet munchers? Or is that
Yeah,
not?
I'm sure that's fine now. Sure, we'll get
I
canceled for that.
really don't know.
4K restoration from the original negative by Blue Underground, supervised by director Harry Kumel. 4K Dolby Vision HDR, uncompressed English and audio. Audio commentary by authors, by a couple authors, you don't know them. New interviews with director Harry Kumel and critic Ann Bilson. Archival interviews with Delphine Seyrig. On-set footage, behind-the-scenes footage. Interviews with critics. Immoral Tales, Daughters of Darkness, a visual essay, a bunch of visual essays. And then this limited edition 80-page perfectly bound booklet. And then this is
It's perfectly bound.
the other.
Hell
cover.
yeah. I think I like that better.
Yep.
Look at that, baby. That's the dot of the darkness on the cover. Before they'll be there feathering all night. Hell yeah. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Radiant, like some other releases from Radiance Films. And I know they do a lot of Asian cinema and stuff like that, so that's why like most of that stuff we're kind of just not into. But great, like if this is stuff that you're into, man, great quality stuff.
You think that they'll appreciate Bloodsuckers Carpet Munchers?
They should.
Yeah.
That's it's a good alternate title for that movie.
Mhm.
I think more people would probably bought it if it was called Bloodsucker Carpet Muncher. Yeah.
It's a selling point. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the last thing that I've got on here is another one from Imprint Films. And this is from the Imprint television line. They have their own TV line of releases. And this is one that I've always heard about, and I never really did get to check it out until this release. This is Darren McGavin, Kolchak, the Night Stalker. This is a TV show that was on for one season in the mid-70s. And I don't know if you knew this, Uncle Bill, but this was one of the big inspirations for your buddy Chris Carter, growing up, and led to the, creation of the X-Files.
Yeah.
So, this was a show that started based on the success of a couple of TV movies, The Night Stalker and The Night Strangler. And this is essentially I think it's 20 episodes total. And he is a reporter in Chicago by the name of Kolchak, Carl Kolchak, who is always investigating these cases that have supernatural elements, right? There was a zombie in one, serial killer in one. You got a guy that can leap off of buildings and shit or whatever. So, I mean, that's the plot. Now, this is I think that the formula of the show is kind of dated for the 70s. This show was never really super popular, oddly enough, when it came out. So it's only one season, but I think part of that is Darren McGavin, the actor who a lot of people remember from The Christmas Story, especially this time of year. This was about 10 years before that. He was not really into doing a show on this. He liked the first TV movie. He thought the second one sucked, which is interesting. But yeah, there were a lot of creative issues and all that with the makers of the show and him and the studio and all this. This aired, like we said, one season on ABC from 74 to 75. And it was a huge influence on the creation of the X-Files show. Variety of different assignments with Kolchak, which, all of which are kind of supernatural, which does kind of get redundant because he's going to his fucking boss and trying to explain things each episode, and his boss never believes him.
Same thing as
stupid. Kolchak. And I think I had heard that he wanted a little bit more comedy into it. So there's certain aspects of the show that from the episodes that I watched that you can understand how his frustration with it, right? Because they could have added more to the character. It was pretty much just straightforward, and he's a fantastic actor. I always liked him in pretty much anything that I saw him in. He's also in Billy Madison, who's Billy's dad in that.
Yeah.
Done all kinds of stuff over the years.
Well, Christmas Story is probably his most famous role in it.
Yeah, for sure.
The dad,
everybody remembers him, The Christmas Story. But yeah, I mean, this is the first time that I'd really watched this. I know our buddy Steve, he was a big fan of the show, and he had talked about it for a while. But yeah, this is a deluxe set, with the hard box here. And this is the television label. This is number 30. So there's lots of numbers to keep up with these spines. And these are on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And you also have the little hardback, children's book thing. And the cool thing about this is you can go through, there are photos, but it's almost like an episode guide, each episode. Episode 1 is the Ripper. Episode 2, the Zombie. Right? And it continues on.
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
Tells you a little bit about each episode. It's hard. It's a perfectly hard book. That's what I'm
Perfectly hard.
It's a perfectly hard one. And Blu-rays here, episode 1 through 10. And each of these are 2 discs, 5 episodes on each disc. And we'll talk about some extra features too. These look amazing on Blu-ray. And I think Kino here in the U.S. did the Blu-rays. So I don't know who did the remaster of it, but man, I mean, these are, I guess they were shot on film, They're not widescreen or anything. They're that square 4x3, but the transfer on it is fantastic. There's interviews with David Chase, who's the creator of The Sopranos and the co-writer of 8 Kolchak Night Stalker episodes, which is kind of interesting. One of his early roles. There's 21 audio commentaries for all 20 episodes of the show with a variety of different people. I'm not going to go through all those. 14 original TV spots and an interview with Dana Gould, creator of Stand Against Evil, which I don't know what the hell that is. But yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of this show and you don't have any of the other editions, again, Imprint is bringing you the ultimate version of this to own. And the funny thing about Imprint Films, and I don't know if we've mentioned it before, but I don't know if it says on the back, but I'm fairly certain that these are all region, the Blu-rays. So they will work on any Blu-ray player. And their box sets are fantastic too. Like just a touch of
So,
play.
what did you think about the show?
I liked the show. I didn't love the show. I can understand why it was just one season because there were some things missing in it. Now, if you were a kid growing up in this time period, I can definitely see you having major nostalgia for it, but they didn't do a lot for the effects. It was kind of just sort of, there wasn't anything super memorable there. I just think it was maybe the budget of it, and it wasn't a successful show either. I don't think it did very well. So they didn't really want to put, like ABC must have not wanted to, go full steam ahead with it, which is unfortunate because I think that if they would have gotten somebody in there like Dick Smith or something to help, or some of his crew to do some special makeup effects for some of these people, it would have been really cool. But, I mean, it's a fun show. It just seemed like Darren McGavin was not totally into it or anything. And you can kind of, like that was the rumor, but you can kind of tell.
I haven't seen many episodes of that in a long, long time. But the main thing I always knew about that show was that it was the big inspiration behind the X-Files. And the same kind of like way that Mulder is always trying to convince Scully, who's the skeptic.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same.
Well, it was
dynamic.
really one of the first shows of its kind that was in that style, TV shows and stuff. So it was almost, a mix between like a crime drama and a horror or supernatural show.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, Imprint, like I was super excited to get this big box of stuff from Imprint to look at. And they had one hell of an October. And yeah, like we're just now getting around to this stuff because I think we got it like in early November. But lots of stuff to dig into here. And we're excited for whatever they do in the future, man, for sure. Like that Silent Night, Deadly Night set. I don't know if we're going to get that or not, but that looks really cool.
Imprint is crazy with the packaging and stuff. I mean, it's like right up there with some of the best companies.
Well, it's like that Keep set. I say what you want to, but look, I'm not a fan of that movie, but I've never seen a set done like that before for a movie. They just go all out for it,
Yep.
So, but yeah, guys, I guess that is it for this episode. Dead Pit is watching. We do appreciate everybody tuning in. And tomorrow night, Friday Night Lives, Uncle Bill. What are you guys doing?
We are actually going to review Quentin Tarantino's list of his top 20 films of the 21st century. And we'll see what, we'll start making fun of other actors and shit.
If I ain't too fucked up on gummies, I might stop in for some of that. That'll be
you need to be in there for that, and then we can make fun of Paul Dano's ass.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. I mean, I might know him when I see him. But.
You'll know him, yeah.
And Sunday night, patrons, are welcome. We are going to be doing the Holiday Horror Roundtable. We try to do these every year. It can be about whatever, but it's just fun to call it the Holiday Horror Roundtable, I think. So that'll be at 10 p.m. on Sunday. Lots of other fun shit coming up, guys. We appreciate it. And remember that Dead Pit
As watching.
A big thanks goes out to our supporters over at DEADPIT on Patreon.com. You can get hours upon hours of great content, right, Uncle Bill?
There's so many hours of content. We've got reviews. We've got songs. We've got live streams. We've got exclusive streams. We've got non-exclusive streams. We've got streams with all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of different old shows from the past podcast, the initial incarnation of the show. All of that can be yours.
DEADPIT on Patreon.com. Show us a little bit of love. Give us some money because we definitely deserve it. That Patreon page is so killer that you'll rub your bird to it on a nightly basis. It's that good.
You won't be able to contain yourself. You'll have to jerk your bird out and go crazy. I mean, that's how much content that we have. So much content that it's massive, and it will massively smack you in the face.
You'll play with your bird so much, pretty soon you'll be looking around for somebody else's bird to play with.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Filipino bitch, Miss Slatko Fudd, telling you about shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. And it's the best goddamn deal on horror shirts you will ever see. New shirts, old shirts, all the in-between shirts. God damn it, bulls, go over to shop.deadpit.com. You ain't down with that. You can go to fucking hell.